This video is created to show a method of transfemoral socket fabrication over a valve dummy or valve former and integration of that valve in the finished thermoplastic socket. While this video will be showing fabrication of the check socket using Orfitrans stiff, it is still possible to follow these guidelines in fabrication using one of the Orfitrans flexible inner socket materials provided by Orfit Industries. To begin, follow the model preparation and thermoplastic preparation recommendations for bubble forming fabrication using Orfitrans thermoplastics. These recommendations are outlined in the prosthetic socket fabrication course on the Orfit Academy. To view this course, go to www.orfit.com/academy. Ensure that you read and follow all instructions provided by the valve manufacturer. Attach the valve dummy or former to the model at the preferred location and based on the manufacturer's recommendations. In this instance, the valve manufacturer recommends attachment with a screw. We recommend also using a light layer of demolding spray on the valve dummy to ensure easy forming and release when finishing. Take into consideration that the valve placement should be in a location preferred by the amputee. Select a discrete location. Keep a distance from component attachment sites. Take into account future fenestrations in the exterior frame, and make sure that the amputee is not inconvenienced when performing daily activities such as donning clothing, ambulation, or sitting. Vacuum during fabrication should also be considered to ensure that the air trapped around the valve dummy has a way to evacuate during socket fabrication. Preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius or to 320 degrees Fahrenheit to prepare for product activation. Once the oven has reached the preheated temperature, the thermoplastic is ready for activation. The optimal activation times for Orfitrans stiff are based on the thickness of the sheet being activated and the type of oven being used for product activation. Always ensure that you are protected from the high temperature heat by wearing protective clothing and gear such as long sleeves and insulated gloves. Place the prepared thermoplastic in the preheated oven and close the door to begin the activation process. Since we are using a 12 mm sheet of Orfitrans stiff, which will be activated using an infrared oven, the average activation time is expected to take approximately 34 minutes. Once the thermoplastic sheet is completely activated, it may be removed from the oven. Place the activated thermoplastic sheet over top of the model. Take care not to create wrinkles, twist the thermoplastic frame, or pull too quickly on the softened product. Next, use an instrument such as a round metal object or a cord to shape the thermoplastic around the valve dummy. This step helps to ensure that the thermoplastic has formed well to the contours of the valve dummy. When the thermoplastic socket fabrication is complete, you can turn off the vacuum. Leave the thermoplastic to cool on the model for 24 hours before beginning the device finishing process. After a 24-hour cooling period, the socket is ready for finishing. Review and follow the valve manufacturer's recommendations for removal of the dummy or former. In this case, the valve manufacturer recommends to grind the thermoplastic to meet the valve dummy. Next, remove the thermoplastic socket from the model in order to begin the socket finishing process. Follow the safety, trimming, and finishing recommendations which are highlighted in the prosthetic socket fabrication course on the Orfit Academy. For more information on these finishing tips, visit the prosthetic socket fabrication course at www.orfit.com/academy. Review and follow the valve installation instructions as provided by the valve manufacturer. Following these steps will provide a perfectly finished, high-quality thermoplastic socket that provides the support, comfort, and suspension needed for your patient.